Hey, this is Rick Bauer, Vice President of Edge Technologies. Our big focus for 2026 is the RS technology that we have with our F&B product. And so a very unique technology. It's a patented technology we worked on a few years ago. And we asked ourselves a really basic question. If we were to start at ground zero and develop the best new perfect bar feeder, what changes would we make? And all focus came back to the transition zone between the face of the bar feeder and the back of the spindle, especially with Swiss machines. So the RS technology is developed solely for Swiss machines, and what it does, it allows us to flip this telescopic nose or the transition tube around and put it inside the machine, allowing the bar feeder to be much closer to the back of the spindle and minimizing the transition zone or the jump rope effect in between the machines. Really good, as now that many of the machines are getting bigger in diameter, longer spindles, more Z-axis travel, this technology is really proving to be the go-to product in the industry. Our second technology that I'd like to talk about today is the auto adjust function that is now incorporated into many of our machines. And what auto adjust really means is less setup, less channel set changes, and more software controlled auto adjusting of some guides that allow larger ranges. So for instance, in many times in a large machine where maybe there's a 2.5 inch spindle bore and the customer wants to run 2-inch material, then 1/2 inch material, then 1-inch material. In traditional bar feeders, that would require a lot of mechanical change from channel sets, from size to size. In the auto adjust, we get to change 2 parameters and 1 bar stop collet. So we're still changing the collet on the end to hold the material. However, by changing these 2 parameters, there is a series of auto adjusting blocks inside the machine that size directly to the material, creating the best stability of material and a hydrodynamic effect. So these systems are really good in shops where maybe labor is a challenge, or they just need to do a quick job. The hot job comes. We all know the shops, we have to have the hot job. We need 500 pieces. So the auto adjust is a great solution. We put the collet on, we change the 2 parameters. We go from 2-inch down to 3/4 inch stock. We run that 500 piece job, easy peasy. Third thing I'd like to talk about today is the short loader in general overall, such as the Rebel series from Edge Technologies. This product has been around a long time. However, we've done a lot of refabrication to this and have embedded an enormous amount of functions and software. So they're a little bit mighty because there's a lot of function that has to happen. We can feed to an accurate position. We can do a fixed piece feed out. We can do slug loading for pre-cut lengths. We can pull with the sub spindle. So a lot of software function in a short loader, and these are great for that 20 job run, that 50 job run, that 100 job run where the operator can walk away from the machine, allow unattended production or simple automation to control that short run job while they do higher function jobs in the shop. And then they can come back and do that changeover just a few hours later and start the next job. So really good. And this is simple automation, easier than a robot. The installation's a day and a half. We have you up and running, and now you've got simple automation in your shop. That's the Rebel series product. So I'd really like to talk about one last thing, and that's the benefit of the partnership with Okuma. And so Okuma has done a very unique thing. Unlike many OEMs or companies out there, they have opened up their architecture to allow partners to develop software and programs to these machines. And what that means for Edge Technologies is we can take a system much like this Rebel 80 behind me here, and we can connect that to the control of that OSP 500 with an Ethernet cable. And now we can get full function of that bar feeder from that lathe control. That means the operator can see the material remaining, that he can see the pusher position, he can tell what program he's on, he can auto adjust right from the control to the next part program. It really does some amazing things having that open architecture, because we now can provide solutions for customers in batch runs. For instance, if somebody wanted to run the same family of part of motor shafts They could run 3 6-inch, 9 20-inch, 4 18-inch, and we, with the bar feeder, can manage the material remaining so they can send that to a program or a third-party software that then they could batch that size right back to the machine. So that Okuma and that Edge bar loader are going to stay connected and do material management for the customer.